This is Elevated Vibrations.
Have you ever wondered if a few words have the power to transform your life? What you are about to discover is not just a technique, it's a powerful tool that, if you use it for 3 consecutive days, could change the way you perceive and experience your reality. If you are here, it's no coincidence. This message has reached you because you are ready for something greater, something you may not have even imagined. Before we continue, take a moment to write in the comments what you wish to change or manifest in your life. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, by declaring it here, you take a step towards your transformation and send a powerful signal to the universe. What are you waiting for? Write your intention now and start attracting what you desire. Dr. Joe Dispenza has shown us that our words are not just expressions of what we think or feel, they are frequencies that send signals to the quantum field around us. Every word you speak has a vibration, and that vibration has the power to attract experiences that match it. If you repeat the right words with intention and emotion, literally for 3 consecutive days, you can program your mind and energy to align with that reality. I'm going to share a simple yet powerful phrase with you. These words are not magical by themselves, however, when you say them with conviction and feel them as if they were already true, they trigger an internal change that reflects in your outer world. The phrase is this: I am open to receiving all the good that the universe has in store for me. Do you feel it? I want you to repeat it right now, either aloud or in your mind, but with total sincerity. Also, write it in the comments so you can return to it whenever you need. Remember, it's not just about saying it, it's about feeling it deeply. Think about it, how many times have you talked about yourself or your life from a place of lack or frustration? Maybe you've told yourself phrases like, I never have enough, or I can't do this. These words, although they may seem harmless, have a profound impact on how your mind and energy interpret reality. But the amazing thing is that you can change that pattern with something as simple as this 3-day practice. Let me tell you about Marta. She was stuck in a cycle of negative thoughts, convinced that nothing good could happen to her. But she decided to try this technique. For 3 days, she repeated the phrase every morning and every night, taking a moment to close her eyes, breathe deeply, and feel that she was already receiving the blessings she desired. By the end of the 3rd day, something changed. Not only did she feel lighter and more optimistic, but she also started to notice small miracles in her life, unexpected opportunities, people arriving to help her, and a sense of peace she hadn't experienced in a long time. What do you think could happen if you tried it too? It doesn't have to be complicated. For the next 3 days, dedicate 5 minutes every morning and every night to repeat these words with intention. But don't stop there. As you do, visualize how it feels to receive those good things. How does your body feel? What emotions does it awaken in you? Write it in the comments. By sharing it, you are strengthening your commitment and helping others to be inspired. And this is just the beginning. If you're still here, it's because you're ready for more. Let's explore how this practice connects with the principles of quantum physics and how you can amplify its impact by incorporating small daily actions that reinforce your intention. Stay with me, because what comes next could be the key to unlocking a level of clarity and abundance you've never experienced before. Now reflect for a moment, why 3 days? What's special about this period? According to Dr. Joe Dispenza, our brains start adapting to new ideas and patterns in just 72 hours of consistent practice. During these 3 days, you will not only be saying words, you will be training your mind to seek and attract what you truly desire. It's not magic, it's neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain to reconfigure itself, to create new connections that change your perception and your reality. But here's the most exciting part: you don't have to wait weeks or months to notice a change. Transformation begins from day 1, the moment you decide to commit. You can feel it now, that spark of possibility, that slight change in your energy. Write it in the comments. How do you feel when you think about the idea of changing your life in just 3 days? Sharing your thoughts here not only helps you, it can also inspire someone else watching this video. Let me explain something fascinating about how our words affect our bodies. Every time you speak, you are not just emitting sound, you are also sending signals to every cell in your body. If your words are positive, you are literally activating internal mechanisms that promote health, mental clarity, and vitality. But if your words are negative, you are creating the opposite effect, weakening your system and perpetuating a cycle of stress and limitation. That's why it's so important not only what you say but how you say it. During these 3 days, I want you to repeat the phrase with a clear intention. If at first you feel like you don't believe what you're saying, don't worry, that feeling is normal. The important thing is to keep going because every repetition is reconfiguring your mind and your energy. Close your eyes now, breathe deeply. As you inhale, feel that you are filling yourself with vibrant, new energy. And as you exhale, imagine letting go of any doubt, any thoughts that don't serve you. Now repeat the phrase, I am open to receiving all the good that the universe has in store for me. Feel those words. Don't get stuck on the logical meaning, connect with the emotion they awaken in you. Think about it, what could happen if you adopted this practice, not just for 3 days but as a constant habit? How would your life look if each morning you began with intention and each night you ended with gratitude? This is not just a technique, it's a way of living that can transform everything you touch. Let me share another story with you. Carlos was going through a tough time, filled with uncertainty about his future. He heard about this practice and decided to try it, even though he wasn't sure it would work at first. But something curious happened. On the 3rd day, Carlos not only felt more optimistic, but he received a call offering him an unexpected job opportunity, something he had been wishing for months. Coincidence? Perhaps. But as Dr. Dispenza says, when you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you start attracting experiences that resonate with your new energy. So here's a challenge for you, during these 3 days, observe what happens around you. Pay attention to the small signs, the coincidences, the changes in your mood and energy. Write down what you notice in the comments because by doing so, you'll be consolidating your experience and helping others understand the power of this practice. And remember, this doesn't end here. We will dive even deeper into how you can use these words and this practice to influence not just your mind but also your environment. We'll talk about how to combine these affirmations with visualization and conscious action to amplify their effect. Don't go away, the best is yet to come, and this is just the beginning of something much greater. Stay with me because together we are going to discover how you can turn these simple words into the key that opens the doors to your infinity. This is about to elevate to a completely new level. Keep expanding the script as much as you can with different connectors and structure, leaving it open to continue the script, a hook to keep you here until the end. I want you to take a moment to reflect on something significant. How many times in your life have you allowed yourself to dream big but then stopped because you thought it wasn't possible? This exercise for 3 days is not just about repeating words, it's an invitation to break free from those limiting patterns and challenge those internal barriers you've allowed to hold you back until now. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us that all real change starts within us. It's easy to look outside, search for external solutions, or wait for something to happen on its own. But the truth is that true power has always been inside you, and these words you are practicing for 3 days are not just a mantra, they are a constant reminder of your ability to manifest the reality you desire. Think about it, every time you repeat these words, you interrupt those automatic thoughts that tell you that you can't, that you aren't enough, that things aren't going to change. You are reprogramming your mind to seek possibilities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems. Write in the comments what automatic thoughts you want to transform during these 3 days. By sharing it, you are making a statement of intentions that holds more power than you can imagine. Now I want to take you one step further because while repeating these words is powerful, combining them with a visualization practice can elevate your energy and speed up the results you're seeking. Here's what I want you to do, each morning and each night, after saying the phrase, close your eyes and visualize a specific scene that represents the change you wish to see in your life. It doesn't have to be something grand, just something that makes you feel deeply grateful. For example, if you're looking to improve your finances, imagine opening your bank account and seeing the exact amount of money you desire. If you want to enhance your relationships, envision a conversation filled with love and connection with someone important to you. And while you visualize, don't just see it, feel it. Let the emotion of that future experience flood your body. Let me tell you about Julia, a woman who practiced this exercise for 3 days. She was seeking clarity on a personal project she had postponed for years. During those 3 days, she not only repeated the phrase but also visualized what it would be like to finish that project and share it with the world. Do you know what happened on the 3rd day? While she was walking in a park, she had an unexpected conversation with someone who turned out to be a key collaborator in bringing her idea to life. Coincidence? It might be, but as Dr. Dispenza says, when you change your energy, you change what you attract. Now it's your turn. I want you to write in the comments what specific scene you will visualize during these 3 days. By writing it down, you are strengthening your intention and creating a commitment to yourself. Don't underestimate the power of this seemingly simple action. But here's something more, don't stop at just words and visualization. Each day, take a small yet significant action that reflects the reality you wish to manifest. It could be something as simple as organizing a space in your home, tackling an idea you've been putting off, or even calling someone you want to reconnect with. Action is the bridge between your intention and its manifestation. And let's not forget the role of signs. Often, the universe responds to our intentions by sending us little hints, but we're so busy or distracted that we don't notice them. During these 3 days, I want you to be attentive. It could be a repeating number, a conversation you overhear by chance, or even the intuition of watching this video. Each of these signs is a reminder that you are on the right path. Here's a challenge, write in the comments any sign you notice during these 3 days. No matter how small or insignificant it may seem, by sharing it, you are reinforcing your connection with the process and helping others be more aware of the signs in their own lives. What comes next is even more important. We're going to explore how to maintain this elevated energy beyond the 3 days, how to face moments of doubt, and how to create a daily routine that strengthens your ability to attract and manifest what you truly desire. This is not the end of the journey, we aren't even close. Stay with me because together we will discover tools and practices that will help you take total control of your energy, your mind, and your life. This is about to transform into something extraordinary. Now reflect on this. What if those 3 days were just the beginning of a deeper and more lasting change in your life? Because here's the truth, the power of this practice doesn't lie solely in the words you repeat but in the intention and energy you put into each moment. These 3 days are like planting a seed, and what you decide to do next will determine whether that seed flourishes or remains in the ground. Let's think together about what else you can do to nurture that seed of transformation. I want you to visualize this process as if you were building a house. The words you repeat are the foundation, but you need more elements to raise that structure. You need habits, actions, and most importantly, a mindset open to new possibilities. Let me share an idea that can take this practice to the next level: conscious writing. After repeating the phrase each day, take a notebook and write down what you feel. Not just what you think, but what you truly feel in your body and heart. This act of writing consolidates what you're planting and helps clarify your intentions. Write it in the comments. Have you ever tried writing about your emotions and intentions? How do you think this could help you deepen your practice? Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us that when we combine words with emotion, we create a coherence between our mind and our heart. It's like tuning an instrument. Once both are in harmony, they produce a clear and powerful melody that resonates with the universe. But here's the trick, it's not enough to do it just once, consistency is the key. Did you know that our brain takes about 21 days to adopt a new habit as part of our routine? So, imagine this, if these 3 days already have the power to change your energy, what would happen if you extended this practice for 3 weeks? Write it in the comments. Would you be willing to commit to this practice for 21 days? If so, type, "Yes, I'm ready," and share what you hope to transform. And don't worry if you encounter doubts or resistance along the way. Those doubts are not an obstacle, they're a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Every time you feel tempted to give up, remember this: change doesn't happen because it's easy, but because you choose to keep moving forward despite the challenges. Now let's talk about something that often goes unnoticed in this process: the people and environments surrounding you during these 3 days. Pay attention to how those close to you react, not to seek validation, but to observe how your internal change begins to influence your surroundings. Write in the comments if you've noticed any difference in how others interact with you since you started this practice. Perhaps they seem more receptive, or you notice a new energy in your conversations. These aren't coincidences, they are reflections of your transformation. And here's the next step: bring this energy into every area of your life. It's not just about repeating words and waiting for a change, but acting as if the change is already happening. This means making decisions from a place of abundance rather than fear, seeking opportunities instead of excuses, and acting with confidence even when you don't have all the answers. Let me tell you about Luis, someone who decided not only to repeat this practice but also to incorporate it into every daily interaction. Before the 3 days, every time he had a conversation or faced a challenge, he repeated the phrase in his mind before responding. What he noticed was astonishing: he not only felt calmer and more centered but also started receiving more positive responses from others. So, how can you integrate this practice into your daily life? Here's a challenge: for the next 3 days, before making an important decision or facing a difficult situation, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and repeat the phrase. Then observe how you feel and how your perspective shifts. Write in the comments what results you experience by doing this. And this brings us to something even deeper: the connection between what we think, what we feel, and what we do. Dr. Dispenza explains it brilliantly: when these 3 elements align, we create a state of coherence that has the power to transform our reality. But the question is, how can we maintain that coherence even amidst chaos or daily distractions? What follows in this conversation is vital. We're going to explore how to create daily rituals that strengthen this practice, how to respond to moments of doubt with confidence, and how to carry this transformative energy beyond the 3 days so it becomes a lifestyle. This doesn't end here. Stay with me because together we will discover how to unlock a level of clarity, power, and purpose that knows no bounds. The best is yet to come. And now I want you to reflect on this: what does it really mean to live a life aligned with your intentions? It's not just about having clear goals or repeating affirmations, it's learning to maintain elevated energy even when things don't seem to go as planned. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains it perfectly: the key isn't reacting to the outside world, but creating from your inner world. When you understand this, everything changes. Imagine this: every time you encounter an obstacle or a moment of uncertainty, instead of falling into frustration, you decide to pause, take a deep breath, repeat the words you've chosen for these 3 days, and then act from a place of calm and clarity. How do you think your experience would change? Write it in the comments. I want to know how you envision this change in your life. And speaking of change, let's talk about patience. Many times, we expect immediate results, and when they don't come, we feel like we've failed or that the process isn't working. But here's the truth: the deepest and most lasting results take time, like a tree growing beneath the surface before its leaves peek out into the sun. Your transformation also needs strong roots. So how do you maintain patience during this process? One of the most powerful ways is to focus on small victories. For example, if today you manage to repeat the words with intention and visualize your future, that's a victory. If you noticed a small sign that you would have ignored before, that's also a victory. And every time you celebrate these small victories, you're reinforcing your commitment to change. Write in the comments what small victory you've experienced since starting this process. Sharing it not only helps you acknowledge your progress but also inspires others who are on the same path. Let me share another tool that can amplify this practice: active gratitude. We know that gratitude has a profound impact on our mental and emotional state, but we often treat it as something passive, like a fleeting thought. I want you to turn gratitude into a tangible action. Every night before you sleep, write down 3 things you are grateful for. But do it in detail. Don't just write, "I'm grateful for my day." Write down why. Perhaps it was a conversation you had, a moment of peace, or even the simple fact that you completed this exercise. By doing this, you're not only focusing your mind on the positive but also training your brain to look for more good things in your life. And here's the best part: gratitude not only changes your perception, but it also alters your energy. When you feel grateful, you emit a frequency that attracts more things to be grateful for. Think of it this way: if your thoughts and emotions were a magnet, what are you attracting right now? Are you attracting doubts, or are you attracting opportunities? This is a question you should ask yourself throughout the day, because the answer will give you a clue about what adjustments you need to make in your approach. Now I want to share an additional practice that will complement everything you've been doing so far: active visualization during these 3 days. Besides repeating the words and writing down your experiences, I want you to spend at least 5 minutes imagining yourself living in the reality you want to create. But don't just stop at the image, engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? How do you feel? The more vivid your visualization is, the more powerful its energy will be. And let's not forget something crucial: movement. Your body is an extension of your energy, and when you move intentionally, you help release blockages and reinforce your intentions. It can be something as simple as a walk, where every step you take aligns with your purpose. As you walk, repeat the words in your mind and feel your energy rise with each step. Write in the comments if you're willing to incorporate visualization and conscious movement into your practice. By sharing your commitment, you're strengthening your connection with this process and helping others find inspiration in your words. But this is just the beginning. What follows is even more powerful. We're going to explore how to take this practice beyond the 3 days, how to integrate it into your daily life so that it becomes second nature, and how to overcome any resistance that may arise along the way. Don't leave now, you're right on the threshold of something incredibly transformative, and the best is yet to come. Stay with me, and let's continue this journey towards your greatest potential. Now, I want you to think about something you may have never considered before. What would your life be like if every thought, word, and action were aligned with your highest purpose? I'm not talking about perfection, because we're all human. I'm talking about consistency, creating a flow where your inner energy isn't in constant conflict with what you want to manifest externally. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us that the secret isn't in working harder, but in working with greater intention. Every time you choose an elevated emotion like love, gratitude, or joy, you send a clear signal to the universe that you're ready to receive what you desire. But here's the key: you can't do it just once and expect magical results. True transformation requires repetition and depth, and this is where I introduce what I call the daily expansion practice. This is a simple yet incredibly powerful exercise that you can incorporate into your daily routine to reinforce everything we've talked about so far. Each morning, before starting your day, take 5 minutes to answer these 3 questions in your mind or in a notebook. What do I want to experience today? Don't limit yourself to material goals, think about emotions, connections, and moods. What can I do today to move one step closer to my vision? It can be something small but significant. What can I let go of today that no longer serves me? This includes thoughts, habits, or even negative interactions. Write in the comments which of these questions resonates with you the most right now. I want to know how you plan to use these questions to focus and direct your energy more intentionally. Now I want to talk about something we all face in this process: the noise. The noise of doubts, distractions, and others' opinions. This noise is what keeps many people trapped in cycles of dissatisfaction. But here's the exciting part: you can learn to silence it. Every time you choose to focus on your words, your intentions, and your emotions, you're turning off that noise and giving space for your truth to be heard. Think about it, how many times a day do you allow external noise to dictate how you feel or how you act? And what if you could reverse that pattern? Write in the comments one specific thing you plan to do to reduce that noise in your life. Maybe it's setting a boundary on social media, taking a moment to breathe deeply before reacting, or simply spending more time in silence with yourself. I want to share another strategy that could change everything, the practice of acting as if. This means behaving as if you're already living the life you desire, even if your external circumstances haven't changed yet. It's not about pretending, but aligning yourself emotionally and mentally with that future reality. For example, if you want abundance, act with generosity and gratitude. If you desire connection, show empathy and openness in your relationships. Let me tell you about Sophia, a woman who adopted this practice after hearing a similar message. Sophia wanted to find a job that inspired her, but for months she felt stuck in a job that didn't motivate her. She decided that every day she would act as if she were already living her purpose. She changed the way she dressed, how she spoke, and even how she responded to challenges in her current job. Within less than a month, an unexpected opportunity came into her life, and today she works in something she loves deeply. What if you adopted this mindset too? How would your actions, energy, and results change? Write in the comments how you plan to act as if in the coming days. By sharing this, you not only commit to yourself but also inspire others to do the same. And now, a final reflection for today. Everything we've talked about so far, the words you repeat, the visualizations, the intentional actions, are tools. But you are the true creator of your life. These tools work because you choose to use them with conviction. The power has always been within you. What follows is even deeper. We'll explore how to maintain this elevated energy over time, how to overcome moments when motivation seems to fade, and how to make this process a lifestyle that inspires not only you but also those around you. Stay with me because this is just the beginning. The next part of this journey will bring you even closer to discovering your true potential. Don't miss it. Now, I want you to ask yourself this question: what if all the answers you've been searching for are already within you? Maybe you don't need more information, more external signs, or more validations. Perhaps what you need most is to learn how to listen to that inner voice that quietly guides you every step of the way. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains it clearly: most people spend their lives seeking something outside themselves, unaware that everything they seek is already available within. This is where the words you repeat, the intention you set, and the emotions you generate become tools to tune into that inner wisdom. But how can you access this inner guidance? It all starts with presence. For the next 3 days, I challenge you to dedicate 5 minutes each day to being completely present. You don't need a special space or a complicated technique. Simply sit down, close your eyes, and pay attention to your breathing. Notice how the air enters and leaves your body, allow any thoughts or emotions to come and go without judging them. This practice, although simple, holds immense power. By calming your mind, you create space for new ideas, inspirations, and answers that were previously blocked by mental noise. Write it in the comments: are you willing to commit to these 5 minutes of daily presence? I want to know how you plan to incorporate it into your day. Now, let me share a story that illustrates the power of this internal connection. Pablo, an entrepreneur who seemed to have it all, felt a constant emptiness despite his external success. Something inside him was disconnected. When he heard about this practice, he decided to give it a try, albeit skeptically. During the first few days, his mind was filled with distractions, but he chose to persist. By the 3rd day, he experienced a sense of clarity he had never felt before. Ideas and solutions began to emerge, and over time he discovered a purpose that transformed his life completely. What would happen if you allowed that clarity to emerge in your life as well? What possibilities could open up if you gave your mind and heart the space to connect and align? Write in the comments what you hope to discover or unlock through this practice. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your intentions because, by doing so, you make them real. I want to take you to another level of depth. We've talked about words, visualization, action, and presence. But there's another essential ingredient in this journey: trust. Do you really trust that this process will work for you, or is there a part of you that still doubts, wondering if this is too simple or too good to be true? Let me tell you something important. You don't need to eliminate those doubts to succeed. All you need to do is take action despite them. Change happens not when the doubts disappear but when you choose not to let them control you. Every time you take an intentional action, even if you feel uncertain, you're strengthening your trust. Think of it this way: trust is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every little step you take, every word you repeat, and every moment of visualization is like lifting another weight in your inner gym. Write in the comments, what specific action can you take today to strengthen your trust? It could be something as simple as writing down your intention, sharing your experience, or taking a step toward a goal you've been postponing. Now, I want you to imagine this: in a month, you look back and realize how much you've progressed, not only in external results but also in how you feel about yourself, how you face challenges, and how you see the world. How would it feel to know that it all started with a simple decision to commit for 3 days? That future vision is what I want you to keep in mind as we move forward together. And here comes something exciting: in the coming days, I want you to start looking for patterns in your life. There are situations that seem to repeat, people who appear at key moments, synchronicities you can't ignore. These aren't coincidences, they're signs that you're on the right path. Write in the comments what patterns or signs you've noticed recently. Sharing them will not only help you recognize them but also inspire others to be more attentive to the signs in their own lives. And remember, this process doesn't have a defined endpoint. Every day is an opportunity to deepen, to expand, and to align more with the life you want to create. What comes next is even more transformative. We're going to explore how to maintain this energy over time, how to respond to moments of doubt, and how to use these tools to impact not only your life but also the lives of those around you. Stay with me because we're just at the beginning of something extraordinary. This journey is just starting, and the best is yet to come. Don't miss it. Now, I want you to dive even deeper into a key question: how willing are you to let go of what no longer serves you to make space for what you truly need in your life? Often, we carry thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that act like invisible weights, slowing us down with negative emotions. We're conditioning our bodies to live in the past, and when your body lives in the past, your mind can't create a different future. That's why I want you to take a moment now to reflect. What thoughts, emotions, or habits do you need to leave behind to move forward toward what you truly desire? Write in the comments what you're willing to let go of today. By sharing it, you're marking the beginning of a release, a step toward a new version of yourself. And it doesn't matter if it seems small or insignificant. What matters is the act of deciding, because when you choose to let go, you also choose to move forward. Speaking of moving forward, let's talk about something that can completely transform your approach: the power of conscious language. Not just the words you repeat during these 3 days, but all the words you use throughout the day. Every word has a vibration, and that vibration directly affects your energy and what you attract. For instance, what happens if you constantly say, "I can't, it's hard," or "it never happens for me"? You're reinforcing a pattern that limits your possibilities. But when you change those words to "I'm learning, this is a challenge, but I can handle it," or "I'm open to receiving the best," you change your energy and open new doors. I want you to observe your language in the coming days. Every time you catch yourself using negative or limiting words, stop. Replace them with something more positive and expansive. And don't worry if it feels forced at first. Remember, you're reprogramming years of automatic patterns. Write in the comments what negative words or phrases you're willing to replace today. Sharing it not only commits you but can also inspire others. Now, let's imagine a scene. You wake up in a month, and the change in your life. It's evident, your energy is elevated, your thoughts are clearer, and opportunities seem to find you effortlessly. But this isn't the result of a stroke of luck, it's the outcome of every word, every intention, and every small step you've taken up to this moment. I want you to keep this vision in mind as we move forward, because what comes next is even more exciting. We're going to explore how to turn these 3 days into a lifestyle. We'll talk about how to create daily rituals that reinforce your new energy, how to identify and overcome any blocks that may arise, and how to use this transformation to positively impact those around you. Additionally, I want to share a strategy that can help you maintain this energy over time: the power of specific affirmations. While the words you've repeated during these 3 days provide a solid foundation, you can personalize them even further to resonate with your unique goals and desires. For instance, if your focus is on improving your relationships, you might say, "I am surrounded by love and authentic connections." If your aim is to attract abundance, you can repeat, "Abundance flows to me effortlessly." Write in the comments what specific affirmation you would like to incorporate into your practice. By doing so, you're taking another step toward clarity and commitment to your transformation. And I want you to remember something crucial: this process isn't just about you. Every time you elevate your energy and transform your life, you're also inspiring and empowering others. You may not realize it right away, but your actions have an impact on those around you. Your friends, your family, and even people you barely know can feel the difference when you are aligned with your best self. So here's another challenge: during these 3 days, observe how your internal changes begin to reflect in your interactions with others. Write in the comments any changes you notice, no matter how small. Perhaps a conversation feels more positive, or maybe someone mentions that you seem more calm or confident. These are signs that your energy is making a difference. What comes next is even more transformative. We'll explore how to create a long-term plan to maintain this level of energy, how to face moments when motivation wanes, and how to deepen the tools we've discussed to maximize their impact. Don't go anywhere. You're in the midst of an extraordinary journey, and the best is yet to come. Stay with me, because together we're going to unlock a level of clarity and purpose that will change your life forever. The most exciting part is just around the corner. Now, I want you to take a moment to absorb everything we've explored today. This isn't the end, nor is it a closure, it's a new beginning. What you've heard, the practices you've considered, and the intentions you've planted are seeds with the potential to transform your life in ways you can't yet imagine. Dr. Joe Dispenza reminds us that where we place our attention, we place our energy. So, what will you focus on after this video? Will you allow doubts and past patterns to control you, or will you take the tools you've just discovered and build a future aligned with your greatest dreams? I want you to remember this: change doesn't happen overnight, but every small step you take matters. Repeat those words. Do those visualizations. Observe your thoughts and emotions with curiosity, not judgment. And above all, keep moving forward even when the path isn't entirely clear. Write in the comments, what will be your first step after this video? Will it be committing to 3 days, changing a limiting belief, or being more present? By sharing, you're not only declaring your intention, but you're also inspiring others to join this journey with you. And if this message resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This isn't just about information, it's about building a community of people ready to elevate their energy, shift their mindset, and transform their reality. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this today, because together we can create a much larger impact. Remember, every decision you make is shaping your life, and the fact that you're still here shows that you're already making different choices aligned with the future you desire. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, make sure to check out the video that's on screen right now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it. Hit like and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any content that can elevate your vibration and transform your life. Let's do this together.